and welcome. This is That Shakespeare Life, the place where we go behind the curtain and into the real life and history of William Shakespeare to explore what it was like to live in turn of the 17th century England the way Shakespeare would have lived it. If you like history and you like Shakespeare, then this is the place for you. Hit that like and subscribe button because we're here every week. When Queen Elizabeth died, she experienced some gruesome symptoms that could suggest that she had cancer. We talked with an expert on the Queen's known conditions to find out more. So let's find out whether or not Queen Elizabeth died from cancer right now on That Shakespeare Life. When Queen Elizabeth died, she was quite old for her time period, and her body was racked with disease, pestilence, and pain. We know she was suffering from lead poisoning from all the makeup she kept putting on her face, and she had horrible oral hygiene, so she had many mouth sores as well. But when the time came for the end of her life, she was reported to be seeing ghosts and other strange reports like this. To find out what this means in medical terms, we sat down with medical historian Suzie Edge, who wrote the book exploring the deaths of kings and queens, including Queen Elizabeth. Her book is called Mortal Monarchs. And here's what Suzie had to say.
I don't think it was the ghost specifically. I think that was more an idea that she was suffering from a delirium, so an acute thinking problem, and maybe even a dementia. It's obviously a more longer term thing. It was more the idea that she was emaciated, she was hectic. That's really what points to the idea of cancer. Even now we see people who are suffering with cancer, and towards the end of their lives they just waste away, don't they? And that's really what led us to think that this might have been a cancer. And going back to the previous talk as well about the lead poisoning is known after years to itself it can lead to cancers. Of course, there's no way of knowing. She didn't allow any autopsy, but that in itself led to so much speculation and rumor.
To hear more about Elizabeth's ailments, as well as to explore the elaborate deaths of Mary, Queen of Scots, and James I with Suzie, listen to our entire podcast episode with Suzie Edge right now at CassidyCash.com/episode 254. If you'd like to see some primary documents, portraits of these monarchs, as well as some artifacts related to their deaths, be sure to click the Become a Patron button on the show notes page. You can sign in if you're already a supporter of our show, or use that button to join us as a patron if you would like to become a patron of That Shakespeare Life. And all of this bonus content will expand right there on the page. That's it for this week. Thank you for watching. I'm Cassidy Cash, and I hope you learned something new about the Bard. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.